As we grow and evolve, different things begin to stand out in our lives. What once felt important may no longer feel aligned. What once felt exciting may just begin to feel noisy. And what truly supports us often becomes much easier to recognize. This idea connects to a mental model I introduced last week called signal versus noise, pioneered by Claude Shannon. At its core, signal versus noise is the practice of distinguishing meaningful, relevant information from distraction, distortion, or interference in order to make better decisions. The goal is to become more intentional about what you pay attention to based on what truly serves you. But in life, we can misunderstand what the real signals even are. Conditioning, family dynamics, habits, culture, insecurity, and the endless shoulds we absorb growing up can shape our perceptions of what matters long before we consciously examine them. We often spend years chasing signals we inherited rather than intentionally chose. The questions we ask become the lens through which we evaluate our lives and decisions, and this becomes especially clear in relationships. If the question is, do we get along? Do we have fun together? Is there a strong connection? You'll naturally focus on signals like chemistry, intensity, attention, and validation. But if the question becomes, do I feel safe, valued, and aligned in this connection? Different signals begin to emerge. Consistency, emotional availability, respect, reciprocity, follow through, a shared sense of values, and peace rather than confusion. And as our standards and values become clearer, our tolerance to the noise we once allowed in begins to change too. Mixed signals, emotional unavailability, performative effort, attention without intention, connections that might activate us but do not truly support us. When we become clear on what actually matters to us, different things begin to stand out. And this doesn't just apply to relationships with others. It applies to the relationship we have with ourselves, health, our work, our ambition, our purpose, and the way we measure our lives. So the signals we notice are often shaped by the questions we're asking in the first place. Our goals determine the questions we ask, and the questions we ask determine the signals we notice. The more clarity we have about what we truly value, the easier it becomes to filter out the noise and recognize what actually supports us. If this resonated with you, you can subscribe to The Whole Scoop, my weekly newsletter, through the link in my bio or below in the YouTube description.